It is your boy Big Bear and we are still outside, and I have got a weird one for you today, and that is a watermelon steak. I know it's weird, but I'm going to do some watermelon rinds as well, fried off with some rice, and a nice juicy watermelon steak for you vegetarians. Right, first of all, watermelon instead. Did you know that saying? No? Okay. Right, to get our watermelon out, I'm just going to cut a normal line down here.
Did you get squared in the face with melon then?
Yep.
Styled it out, Al.
Right, I want quite a nice sized steak. Just gonna cut that edge off here. You're gonna cut it here. You're gonna get a square. Up here.
Watermelon steak.
I know it's a weird one, but trust me, I've been doing my research. So you can do, with this watermelon steak, you can do anything you want. All those lovely juices in there. You're gonna pat this dry, but you can add chilies, limes, teriyaki. You can do teriyaki watermelon steak, any flavour steak you want. As a vegetarian, you can add the flavour to this. I'm going to show you another little trick as well that a lot of people don't do. Is when you make watermelon, you throw the rind away, don't you? No one uses it. If I keep all these bits of watermelon for a watermelon cooler, that I'm going to do for the boys back at the hub in a bit. You normally just cut your rind off, don't you? Get your watermelon out, and it's gone. I'm just going to scrape it down to here. That bit off here, and these rinds, I've cleaned my whole watermelon beforehand. I'm going to cut into little inch cubes, wherever how you feel fit, and then you're going to boil them off. So repeat the process. Get rid of all your watermelon from the outside. Cut your rinds down. And boil off a couple rinds, and I'm going to fry them. So you're going to take out all the bitterness from the outside of the rind now, and then they're going to have all the flavours from that rind with some coconut milk, some spices, and then I'm going to do a nice juicy watermelon steak to have on the side as well. So let me cut the rest of this and then give me a couple of minutes. Our lovely watermelon is cooked off now. As you can see, the colour's coming out of it, but it's soft and you can eat this now. My pan, I've got a little bit of coconut milk. I'm going to make coconut rice. Oh, it's going to make me look bad again on camera. It's my nails. First of all, coconut cream it into the pan. Put that right on the simmer. Empty my whole rice in there. And that is just going to turn it into a nice creamy rice for us to have with our watermelon steaks. Right, so leave that on there to cook for a little bit. Our watermelon steak, I have got a lime. Just going to dress mine in lime, keep it nice and simple without throwing everything everywhere. Just cut my lime in half. Steak straight in the pan. It's a nice looking steak in it as well, I think. So
it
nice bite to it. Lime juice, sorry, over the top. Got a lot of water in there, to remember as well. But I want this lime to glaze. I want this lime to glaze my lovely watermelon steak. My rice is cooking away here. Give that a couple of minutes in there. Then we're going to cook this lovely steak, baste it in lime juice. I'm going to take it out, rest it on the side, because it's a steak, it's like meat. I'm joking, don't rest it, it's fine. I'm going to put all my watermelon rinds back in there with some spices, fry it up with my rice. They're going to have a rice with watermelon rind with rice and a watermelon steak. That's a tongue twister in itself.
It is.
Depending on how you like your steak, medium rare. I'm joking. I'm going to do just a nice sear on either side, nothing too fancy. Try and get some colour on there with that moisture coming out of it. See what this looks like now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then stand back in, Calvin, with the lime juice. It's going to act as a glaze. It's going to get some nice flavour, some citrus in that watermelon. A lot of people say this. I don't really like watermelon as such, because people say about the flavour, but I think it's like drinking water or eating water. It's probably in the name, but I know it's very juicy, but it's not my sort. Keep cooking your steak. Then I'm going to add a little bit of butter, because all steak isn't steak about basting your steak, so make sure you get your butter in there. Just cut a little knob off on the side. And I'm going to cut my heat in a second. So deglaze our pan. Get the last bit of my lime juices in there. I'm going to cut the heat. The rice is not too far off. I'm going to rest my steak over here. Oh, that's a juicy boy, that is. Look at that juicy bad boy. I like the lap god.
Medium rare, yeah?
Yeah, medium rare all the time. A little bit oil back into our pan.
Has anyone, I want to know, has anyone ever seen watermelon fried?
Yeah, if this is the first one for you, like it is for me, let us know of the way you do it, because I have no idea. I'm going to go straight back with my wines.
And any other weird things that you can do with watermelon?
But this is a delicacy, people eat this, so I was surprised. I've seen deep fried watermelon as well. They put it in a pastry and deep fried it. That's a weird one for me. You must take all that water out of the steak, out of the juice. Right, toss our watermelons in there, leave them as they are. Our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coconut rice has been done. Our watermelon's been frying off. I'm just going to take a big spoonful of my coconut rice. Go 2 spoonfuls. Start tossing this together now. All those colours have changed. We've got more of a brown, a nice darker texture as well. Darker texture? That's not a word, ignore me. Just mix that all together. Cut your heat from your pan. Don't turn it up, cut it off. Right, and now I'm going to serve this in the middle. Oh my God, watermelon and rice. What is this man thinking? I reckon this is going to work. Because here comes the beauty. This nice big juicy watermelon. It's going to sit on top. And finish off with a couple pine nuts. We are done.
Now that looks amazing.
I'm proud of that.
That looks really, really
that
good.
colour contrast, that flavour, that lime coming through. I can smell that coconut. It's going to be like a crossover between a rice pudding, I'd say, with watermelon, nice juicy steak on top.
And that is something that I would like to
Are
try.
you going to try this one for sure?
That is something I am going to try.